so
Okay.
I don't think we've officially met. I'm Bethany.
I am Sally McGill.
Nice to
And
meet
Alicia
you.
is my attorney, so that's how this all came out.
That's what she said. That's what she said. So
So half of all you ever earn will go to Alicia because you don't want to clients.
That's a nice sweater, right?
Thank you. So is yours.
I can't stand
Yes. What's he saying?
I can't say it.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's funny.
I'm sure my face is red as her sweater.
His pants were in zip last meeting.
Oh.
So I gave him the as he shook your hand. Did you notice?
Oh, I didn't notice
Oh. Oh, hi, America. The billions watching. My bad. So I just walked out of the bathroom just now and I went to him. And he checked real quick. But they were zipped this time.
Oh.
Are you Alicia? I'm good. How are you, Sally?
Oh, this there.
Awesome.
Finally got the bill there.
Oh, your bill.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know Alicia, this is Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
Allison.
I'm
Nice to
Brooke.
meet ya.
Nice to meet
I'm
you.
Stan. Hello. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Still vertical.
What?
Where's your name?
I don't know. We should carpool, Bob.
Okay. You live next door to each other. Oh, do
Yeah.
you?
Nice.
She's happy. Her husband is happy that I live next door because on one side is an old retired guy that cuts his lawn 3-4 times a week,
No going.
and I don't cut mine 4 times a summer. So
Nice.
Bob really
Perfect.
does us a solid. It makes
Oh.
our grass
You
look
good.
great. When we
her
cut it.
husband loves me because her yard looks a lot better than mine. So I do it just for him. I just,
Yeah, you never want to buy the person that cuts their lawn 4 times a week ever.
It's a
It's
public
daunting.
service.
her husband cuts. If the old guy had cut the lawn, and her husband goes out and cuts the lawn after him, he's out there the next day cutting it again.
Oh,
Oh,
what are
my.
the, lowering the deck.
Rivalry.
Yeah, lower the deck.
I mean, it's not a rivalry on us. We cut it when it gets long. And if he would cut it less, we wouldn't have to cut it as much because it wouldn't look so long.
Yeah.
Right.
Bob and I have a mutually beneficial relationship.
Well, mine is from the Earthsea Society, what you wouldn't know about that. But, it's all natural, you know.
There you go.
One of my neighbors called me, I think it was Monday, said Quinn Mills was cutting his grass.
Gosh.
What? Like recently?
Yeah, Monday.
What?
Yeah, that's why I said, what?
Yeah,
And then I drove by. Of course, he's got the lot back behind him.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, it was all nice and
Mm.
cut down. And I thought,
Okay.
man. Now, I have been on the mower in December. I think December 1st or 2nd.
Yeah.
But never this long. Because he called and say, hey, he's beat your record.
I'll have your check tomorrow. You want me to mail it? Is that what you prefer?
Oh, man. You see,
I don't know if she ever told you.
Thank you.
She usually puts it out of the water.
And this is Alicia
Thirds it?
Albertson.
Yeah, I met her before.
I usually look at the bill
You
before.
can do whatever you want.
I'll do that. That's probably what I'll do. I just look and see what she did. Because I can look up previous years. That's how I'll do it.
All in the back.
So is that why you were
Usually I try to get it
awesome?
in for 6 months.
My sister is
This
graduating
time,
from South
instead of
Carolina
being
in
12
May.
months or 6 months,
So
6 months, it's
I'm going to
15
go down there and
because usually
watch her graduate.
It'll end before the December
Yeah.
meeting. And then,
Right on.
you don't have to worry about me anymore.
Yeah.
Lisa bills monthly. So.
Oh, she does?
I do.
You do what?
Bill monthly.
Oh, okay.
We charge $5 a check, so.
We're going to charge you
It's going to get in your pocket a little bit, but that's fine.
Okay. That's all right.
She'll pay your bill timely if you go play trivia with her.
Yeah, if you go play trivia.
I'm actually terrible at trivia unless it's something about Taylor Swift, in which case I can
Oh,
answer
you're a
lots of
Swiftie.
things. Yeah, I can do that, and I can do Harry Potter.
Oh,
And
We needed you 2 weeks
there's a couple
ago.
of very small.
Or was that last
subsets
week?
That I
It was
can.
last week.
Last week we needed you.
Dr.
Yeah.
Seuss, I know that too.
He held his
but
own, though.
That's it.
Yeah.
I haven't hit my
I'm horrible at Harry Potter stuff, but he knew a couple.
You ever have MASH stuff?
No.
No.
But I haven't seen it, but I could see them having that.
You're too young for that.
I know Little Mash.
My dad used to
Yeah.
watch the reruns every day.
Yeah.
I still do. They got it on Me TV.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
2 hours
It's a
of
good show.
from 6 to 8.
I've seen.
That way, when I
most
text you
of
to come sign stuff, you say it's going to be a couple hours.
Between 6 and 8, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 6 and 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I don't ever call you for
I
that.
know you don't. Yeah. One time you texted me, come up here, and I think I'd already pulled in the parking lot. And you didn't know how to get up there so quick.
Yeah, I was like, what? It's like 35 seconds ago. I go, maybe he can get here in 35 seconds. I go, did you get my text? No, my phone's at home. I'm like, oh my gosh. That's like I
You're
just
reading
texted
minds
you.
I
now.
never
Yeah.
carry it with me, so.
Telepathy.
Man.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess we can call the meeting to order. We're about 30 seconds early, but that's all right. Nobody have a guest tonight, so I guess that's okay. You can watch us on TV. It says review previous minutes. I don't think we should really do that probably till next meeting.
That's fine.
This is just special meeting.
January,
I don't think
yeah.
we need to do that. So okay. Bob, guess you're on the agenda here, so you can
Yeah.
let us know what you found out.
I did talk to Liz, and Liz was not optimistic that they would have anything that would be helpful, but she's going to send Kat out to have Kat kind of scrutinize the house to see if there's anything that they thought would be a violation. And if there is, then she'll go from there. But if not, then she'll let us know. And I told her to call Alicia and let her know whether they think there's something that is actionable from the area plan, or whether they need to go from our own ordinances, or whether we need to make some new ordinances to try to address the problem.
Well, wouldn't actually the ordinance where people have to be on water and sewage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What would there be with area plan? What-
Area plan, whether there is, and she was fearful also that while they do our zoning, they don't really do the other problems that they have. Like she said, if the house was truly falling down, it might be something they could do. But as far as just not being repaired properly, then probably wouldn't be
What
something.
about growing up?
Huh?
How about all this growth around it?
Well, the growth, I mean, we've also got ordinances about the height of grass, weeds, and things like that we could try and enforce also.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think grass can grow there.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to mow. He never mows.
No.
I mow the yard beside him and behind him because it's an L-shaped lot behind him. So I mow all that. He doesn't have anything to mow.
It's all growing up with.
Like, I don't even know what they are. They're not trees.
It's trees that have kind of grown
guess.
voluntarily.
It's almost like viney look. It's
Yeah,
like
it's just-
viney type stuff. That's all. You can see his front door.
Is
Which
there no
he's right on the
state
road.
statute that says if someone's occupying a dwelling that they have to have utilities hooked up? Is there anything that says?
freedom of the country.
But at the same point, we don't know if he's putting anything down the sewer we're paying to.
Well, and that's
there-
that's one of the things that you have to tell me how you do your sewer charges, because that's part of a problem. That might be something you could do from an ordinance standpoint. Most places charge sewer by how much water is used, and if you charge that way, but then I know like Frankfurt, they assume you're going to use 400 gallons of water, and so they charge you at that. So if you're not actually using 400, they'll give you a discount on the water, but they still charge you for 400 for the sewage. And you might have to go that route in order to, you could charge him for that. But if he'd have to pay $40 a month on sewage, he might pay the $40 a month. That wouldn't address your real problem of what the place looks like.
But he's supposed to be hooked up city water, though.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hooked up to city water, but he doesn't have to use it unless you have a minimum amount you charge him.
We do have a minimum we charge.
Okay, so you could
But
get
it's not
some.
paying it.
No.
So you could get some for him being not hooked up, charge him for the minimum water, minimum sewage unless you'd see that the water was being used. And, but again, I don't think that doesn't really address the problem of what you care about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what, I talked to Sarah today and she said that he's been cut off back in 2010. But I don't know if he goes to family, I don't know if he belongs to the Y and takes a shower there, I don't know if Caterpillar's got showers. Okay. So he may be using those there.
Yeah.
Do you two know the background of this at all?
No, not
This guy's
really.
lived in a house for 10 years without utilities.
So he doesn't even pay for trash removal. So he used to park in his garage. I know neighbors on both sides, and it's actually on my road. He's on my road. I could call him a neighbor, but he's 10 houses away maybe. But he used to park in his garage, but the trash has accumulated so much in his garage now he can no longer. It's like a Volkswagen Passat or something like that. He can no longer even park in the garage because of that. So the garage is full of trash. The neighbors who have 2 little kids, and this is how I found all this out. One of the kids is my youngest age. They can't sit on their back deck because the bugs are so bad and they fog. And he said the fog will work for, he went out and bought a fogger and fogged it all. But he said the fog will work for like 2 hours, but to like go out there and cook on the barbecue and then go out there and sit all evening while the kids play. And they have one of those inflatable water slide things and all kinds of stuff for their kids. He said, we can't be out there more than 2 hours because the bugs and he goes, you can look and they're all coming from that house. You could just see them in droves coming at us.
Are there rats?
He didn't say that. And if there were, he would have said, so I don't
We're
think
trying to
there
figure out
was.
how to get
So you probably have an
Health
ordinance.
hazard.
We do.
Yeah. So you could start doing ordinance violations and start writing him up with municipal code violations and then fine him for that. And, just continue to fine him. Most municipal ordinances have a graduated penalty provision where you start at $50 and then the next time it's $100 and the next time and so eventually, he'll just keep getting fines. Now whether or not he'd pay them, but you could take him to court and get a judgment against him.
So where would we start? They did a certified letter. Is that what it was, or what did you try to take to him? Was it a certified letter to this Patrick Burns?
Me?
Did you ever try to take anything? But we had something that we put in his door, right?
It was mailed to him. I took him a warning, right?
Yeah.
And where that warning went,
Yeah.
I don't
There's
know.
no response to anything.
Yeah.
And he's not hanging out outside. So
But I
we
think
can
the
catch him. I've never seen him. I've been there 7 years. I've
The
never
health
seen him.
department's the one that sent him the certified letter.
Yeah.
And Liz suggested the health department. I said, well, we tried the health
Yeah,
department.
that's where we-
They could never contact him.
Yeah.
They
They couldn't get any
wouldn't
reply.
answer the door or whatever.
We talked to Nash.
When you say the garage is full of trash, is the garage door open? Where you can
No.
see it?
Allegedly.
No, but they can see it. They've seen it. Jay's been in his, he's got like a pole barn. He's been in his pole barn and he's seen the garage door go up to where he's parking in and he saw all the trash in there. And now he doesn't even go in there. So he assumes it's just full of trash now because it was he was just starting to put trash in there and it's accumulated over the times that Jay's seen it. And where it got to be super full. Now he doesn't even park in there. So he assumes he can't park in there anymore because the trash has overtaken it. The spot where his car was.
I wonder if that would be something for adult protective services.
How old is this guy?
40s, early 40s, maybe.
Someone said he works at CAT, is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it works at cab. Yeah.
late
Yeah, so we're
30s to early
we're
40s.
Trying to figure out how to get the
Straighten up.
health issues.
Sure.
I mean, not having running water and sewage, because I'm assuming he's putting something down the drains.
Yeah,
I don't see how he wouldn't put anything down the drains for 12, 14 years. So, but there is no meter in his pit because he stopped paying his bill. That's why it was shut off.
yeah. So they pulled the meter so he wouldn't turn it back on himself after a good while of him having it shut off.
It's been going on for a while.
Well, yeah, I would probably start with the ordinances and see if you can start doing city ordinance violations and start ticketing him. And then at that point, do you guys have like an ordinance violations bureau, or do you just take him to court? Okay.
I don't know. I've never had to do that.
The ones we've done, we've just taken them to court. We'll give them the usually we work with the warning, then they'll issue a violation. They've got 10 days to pay the violation, something like that. And then if they don't pay it, then we'll file the case in court.
In just like circuit or
Usually
superior?
file superior.
Superior, okay.
So how does it, so if you take him to court, say he racks up all these fines and we take him to court, does the judgment make him pay just the fines, or will they force him to hook back up to services?
Well, it depends on what we sue him under, which way we sue him. If there's an ordinance that says that you're required to be hooked up to town utilities, then we could have the judge order that he hook up to the utilities. And then if he doesn't, then we get contempt and you go down that route. The bottom line is, at some point, the court is going to get mad enough that they will, hold him in contempt if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, if they've ordered it. But if we've just fined him and we're not going under the theory of, you have to hook up and that's not how we sue him, then it would just be the fine. So it just depends on how you would do the complaint.
Yeah, usually the court costs are actually worse than the fine is in the beginning.
Yeah, because if you've got like a $50 fine,
Yeah.
Court costs are $117 or something.
But how can we get him to clean it up?
Well, so you'd have to look at your ordinance, and you'd have to see what your ordinance said specifically regarding cleaning it up. Like, I know other municipalities have like a junk and debris ordinance. They have a unkempt lawn ordinance. They've got a vegetation ordinance. They've got, building safety if there are like bugs and things like that. They've got ordinances like that. So it would depend on what your ordinances said, and then you would just basically give him ordinance violations for every single thing. And then once you've done that, and if he pays, then he pays, and you continue to give him fines until he's cleaned it up. If he doesn't ever clean it up, then you eventually can file in court, or if he doesn't pay, you can file in court, and then you can have the judge order that he has to do it. But it depends on what your ordinances say. And I haven't yet read them, so I don't know the answer to that at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if we have. Do you know if we have any of those, Bob?
We do have the grass height and the weeds and the vegetation and stuff like that. I think you could go from that. We've got a nuisance for if they're doing bugs and mice and stuff like that. But there again, proving, I know the neighbor is convinced they're coming over from there, but proving that the bugs are coming over from there, might have to get somebody out of Purdue to come, an expert witness or something, which they aren't free either.
Yeah.
So it just kind of depends on how aggressive you want to be going after it, and what your ordinances said. But the beauty of area plan is if it does fall under an area plan thing, then you all don't have to enforce it. They'll enforce it for you, and
that would be beautiful.
ta-da.
Yeah.
But my experience has not been positive because they don't like to step on town's toes, so they don't usually get involved unless there's something very clearly that they are authorized to do. So just keep that in mind.
But if we authorize them, no.
We say, Liz, you're not stepping on our
And
toes.
when I was talking to Liz today, she was even saying if we made ordinances and allowed area plan to enforce them, then they basically would have to go to the county and even the other towns to see if they wanted them to spend what resources they have on Rossville's property.
Right.
And then probably if they did, then Mulberry and Kirkland and everybody else is going to want to have them do that same for them, because none of the small towns have the kind of money to do all this with, to fight with it. So that's the problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because we just number one like to get it cleaned up, or there is two individuals that would even buy that property. So.
I mean, the trees grow overgrown.
So you can't see the house in the summertime.
To me, that's not the big issue. The big issue is the hygiene, health.
Oh yeah.
If the garage is full of trash, that's not. I mean, if someone chooses to have that many trees around their house, that's their problem. Eventually the tree's gonna fall in the house, but no water, no sewage, no trash
House must smell good.
for over a decade. It's
Yeah, it can't be healthful to live there. You know. So okay. All right. Bob, you got anything else?
Not really.
Okay. Since this is your last go round here tonight.
Yeah.
Why-
Thank you for all your help
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, thank you for. I know last year
I
you
enjoyed
thought
it.
you was going to be leaving, and
There's the handoff.
hey, there you go. You thought you was going to be leaving last year, and I kind of said, would you stay on? You said, well, I guess we would. Which I'm glad you did to
Yes.
help shepherd us through our first year.
Yeah.
So, because we wouldn't have had a clue what we was doing. Trust me.
And if Tony
still
had
iffy.
made me the offer, I probably would have stayed because you guys they're good people to work with. They have Rossville, the best interest of Rossville in their heart, so that's always good.
Well, we'll get on Tony for poaching him.
Okay. Brooke.
Okay, I got the bonds here from Bob. So here they are. Yeah, they don't have to be signed by you guys or anything, but it has his. Is that a notary? Has your stamp,
Actually, I can't be a notary.
and then
because
I
I'm
get them
deputy
notarized.
prosecutor, because I can't have two lucrative jobs. But
Oh,
I can administer oaths
okay,
as a deputy prosecutor.
all right. So I get these notarized and take them. And
Still trying to make $1 off
These.
being a notary.
Sally, here's those two. You can sign, and then Sarah and I, or I take them to the courthouse and give them to the auditor. What? No,
The
recorder.
recorder, yeah.
Recorder, yeah. I take them to the recorder's office. It's across from the clerk's office. One thing. Oh, salary ordinance is here. I did make an adjustment from what I sent you guys. It was kind of crazy because Kristen Deutsch and I, she's the lady that helps with the salary ordinance and make sure everything is right, which we sent it back and forth probably 7 or 8 times. She fixed one thing and then sent it back. And then I looked at it. And then she fixed another thing. And I'm like opening up all these saved items. I'm going, wait, this isn't the right document. This is the original. And it went back and forth a bunch of times. But anyhow, what wasn't right in the copy you got is the 45%. It's going to say 40% in all the full-time, all the part-time employees. So the very bottom one, which is just one window here, and all of these had 40% in the wastewater fund and water fund. I changed them to 45 to equal 100% because they were just 90. So I had to add 5% to each of the water and
Probably appreciate
wastewater
getting full pay.
to pay them. Yeah, yeah. They're going to get full pay. It's just not going to be right in the ordinance. But so now it's right. Other than that, everything else is the
We have
same.
to sign.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the last page is the signer. Do you want me to send that? Or you want me to
Yeah,
send the
I
whole
just send it
shebang?
around. Yeah, send it around.
Okay, there's that. And then I'll just leave that out there if anybody wants to look at it. And Chad's PTO carryover. You got to approve that or deny it if you
You're gonna
would.
sign the ordinance, you probably ought to vote on it.
Well, I think we did, didn't we?
Yeah, we voted. Yeah.
Okay.
We already adopted it, right?
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. But we didn't have it here to sign because we had kind of done a rough draft, but not the original. So yeah. And then this is Chad's PTO. He has 18.25 hours. He wants to know if you guys will approve him carrying that over the PTO till next year. That's what that is. That's it.
Rather than get cash for it, or do we not do that?
Well, we don't do that.
Well, then you ought to carry it over.
Yeah. I mean, he's salary. He gets what his
Mhm.
salary is. So
Okay.
otherwise, he's probably going to take those in the next week. And a half.
It's hard to take 18 hours.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
But, Yeah, he could.
Okay, we voting on this? Is that what you're asking? You want to see it?
Yeah. Do you vote on that, or does that need to be voted on, or do they just need to check off?
Yeah, since it's against the policy book, it probably should be voted on.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I think he's allowed to carry over up to 40 hours, right? It's under.
Yeah, but I think he just wanted to make you guys aware that that's what he had, and he wanted to make sure it was
Okay.
nobody was blindsided by it. So that's why he
The
sent it.
policy says in carry over 40, you don't need it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'll let one of you two make the motion.
He just said we don't need a motion.
You don't need it?
You're allowed to carry over 40 hours.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That comp time, that's totally removed, isn't it? Like any verbiage about comp time needs removed, right?
I did remove it. Where's it at?
Well, it's in the heading, and then it's also mentioned.
Well, I removed the 3 paragraphs of comp time. This has overtime. Let me look at this real quick.
It's just, comp time's in the header, and it's mentioned down below as well, but there's nothing.
Yeah, there were 3 paragraphs of just comp time, and I deleted all 3 of those. Overtime compensation for
I don't know. It's just my union background.
Yeah.
Attention to language.
Do I need to initial this and approve it over here, Brooke?
Yeah.
Just initial it?
Yeah.
You gotta send it a fake copy, put my initials on the denied part.
Oh, yeah. It's because I did remove all the comp time paragraphs, but that should have been removed from that header.
Yeah, and then it's also mentioned in the paragraph down below. It's like
Flex
bereavement.
in flex time?
Yeah. It's,
Oh, overtime comp right here.
yeah, it says like
Overtime
overtime
comp
compensation.
for all non-exempt employees will be paid in accordance with
Like
federal.
basically anything comp time language in there, I think just needs to be removed because then it appears that there's comp time somewhere.
So
Does that make
remove,
sense?
yeah.
Like
Well,
any language in that paragraph. That
so you're
says-
saying, hold on, I can redo this. Remove that and remove that. Is that what you're saying? So it'll say overtime flex
No.
time?
This paragraph could stay, but where it says time off while utilizing PTO,
So just a sentence in there?
that just where it says comp time in that sentence.
Okay.
Utilizing PTO, comp time, bereavement, just remove comp time in that paragraph. That you just
That's
see what I'm saying?
here. Yep.
like any
So leave PTO, bereavement, holidays, remove comp time.
yeah, because then it appears that there should be a
overtime
comp time
compensation.
section in there because it's
Yeah,
mentioned.
it doesn't
right
matter.
there.
He's not going to okay comp time, but
It's
that's
only
fine.
because we used to have comp time and we're taking it away. I just don't want someone to think that there's still comp time. If there's no
that
language.
someone is just Sean. But yeah. So you're saying for now. So you're saying that everything in parentheses needs removed.
I think so.
Okay.
Just any
So 4 words.
any
All right.
yeah any mention of comp time. should
Okay.
be removed, in my opinion.
She wanted to actually keep it in there the whole time, Kristen.
Because
She said, "Well, it's always been in there, and what if you like want to go back to it?" And Chad's like, "Well, can we just add it back in then?" She goes, "Yeah, but it's easier just to leave it." And he said, "Well, you don't know Sean, because Sean will be pushing the issue because Sean wants comp time, not overtime. So he'd rather have the comp time. So it is better just to remove it all and then add it back in later if need be." Here's another comp time right here. Compensatory time. Flex time. So I got 3. I'll look it over better tomorrow with a fine tooth comb, but it looks like we have 3 different places where it says comp time. Then I'll remove it.
I just don't want someone to think they're still
And then
comp time because it's mentioned.
yeah. That's what Chad said too. We didn't
And then
get it out of
someone-
there because
Someone,
he will.
like I said, it's just my union mentality. Because then someone say it's past practice.
Yeah. I'll take those out
I do it all the time.
and then just resend it to you guys
Okay,
tomorrow.
okay.
Okay. I think that's it.
What you got?
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I got.
One thing we do have to do is, I've been told each year at this meeting, we need to elect a president. And,
I make a motion, Stan Cox is our president for next year.
Second.
Too bad, Stan.
Here's the train.
Well, this may, I'll tell you, I'll do it one more year after that. You two need to figure out who's going to do it the next year. So,
Well, we'll vote next year, right, Ben?
yeah.
All the funds are carried over, right? Is there anything we have to sign to carry?
No, because we don't have any. What do you call those things? Starts with an E, I think.
Escrow?
No.
No,
Right here.
I just know like some like.
No, we were supposed to
if
talk
we-
about that
If
though.
we don't use all the appropriations, or do we have to sign?
Encumbrances.
Encumbrances. That's
do we,
it.
Do we need to sign?
Yeah, we don't
anything?
have any encumbrances.
Just want to make sure any money that can be carried over is carried over.
Anything else we talk about? Have an open floor here. Ed, you have anything to add where you need to? No? Okay, good deal. Good deal. Again, Bob, thank you for your
Yes.
time and the years you've given to the town. We appreciate it.
Especially this year.
Yeah, especially this year with
Yeah.
the three
We need
newbies
you,
coming in here.
yeah.
So
The got a bad rap because of some of your opponents that were going to clean house, and I thought I'd just to save them the trouble of having to clean house, and I just voluntarily walk out the door rather than have to get cleaned out. So
Yeah.
it wasn't a leaving because of the ones that were elected. It was the stories that were told about getting the place cleaned out, but apparently it wasn't from you guys. It was from maybe another clerk treasurer that was.
No,
trying to-
Maybe.
yeah. I think there's only one position there that really was,
It's upset.
See, it really only started because Dave Sievert said he was going to retire.
Yeah.
Then they kind of got the ball rolling,
They
and
did.
so that's kind of the way it went. So, by the way, we have the January 21st meeting. Do we know where that is yet?
That says January 14th.
I think
No. There's another one.
Special meeting with BF&S, I believe.
Oh,
6:30. I'm assuming it's here.
Oh yeah, okay, that's right. But wasn't there going to be one with Kirkland and Mulberry and
Yeah.
That's the town hall meeting for the APC.
Yeah.
do we know when that is?
I do not know when that is.
We sent who sent out the original message? Was it Kat?
Might have been or
Yeah,
Liz.
It was Kat. We didn't get feedback from several other people. Kirkland gave feedback. Mulberry, she's retiring.
She's mobile.
Are you Mulberry?
I'm their
Yes.
counsel.
Yeah, but she's not the
I'm
she's not the clerk
I'm not the
treasurer.
clerk treasurer.
So I'm just talking about
Paula-
CTs.
Yeah, Paula is retiring.
Okay, so she never did
well,
reply.
So she's
At least not to me. She could have to Kat
she's
or reply all.
retiring as of February, but said if you find someone to replace me before that, I'd be glad to train them. So I don't know exactly
Okay.
when
Okay.
I know when her last day that she stated was, but I don't know if it will actually be that day or if it'll be
Okay.
sooner than that.
So,
we're
there's no actual date on that yet, because I know last year
They were talking about the 21st.
let's
Yeah,
say
I don't know when it is.
January.
Yeah.
Well, that's when we got the meeting with BF&S
Is that what day of the week is that?
was
Let
that
me look.
here?
here. Yeah,
What time is that?
6:30.
Thank you.
It's on is it
Should be
Monday
the
or Tuesday?
Third Tuesday.
Thursday? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's a Tuesday.
I believe it's
6:30.
third
Yeah.
Tuesday.
So I know last year I was ready to go to a fire meeting, which I had. Sarah called me and said, you need to be at the park for this meeting. It's mandatory. So I had to go to two places at once, and it's kind of hard to do.
But that's here.
Let me look on my email here from. I want to just take that out right now.
You can get
Which either one of you two can also join in on that meeting. You're more than welcome.
Colfax and Michigan Town. You guys have the whole county.
The one with Kirkland, Mulberry, and
I
Michigan
think
Town.
that what I've
What's
heard,
that about?
Colfax is a little
It
dicey
just kinda-
sometimes to represent.
It has been
Go
in
over
the
a few
past. I don't know
things.
if it
It's-
still
it's-
is.
Yeah, I don't know if
Not a
that's
super big deal. I know.
And then Michigan Town called, but then I called them back.
What's
and
her
they never
face
called
from
me
Area
back,
Plant
so I
was
don't know
there.
if it's on someone else.
Yeah, she.
No, they hadn't. We had their
Yeah.
meeting.
Well, she can do that. We know she
a
can do
week
that.
ago, and
Yeah.
Lindsay said she's gonna call you again. So
Well, she
I
hasn't
didn't know
called
about
back.
last
Okay.
year's.
I just got a message from Chad. This is what I received in
I
your
don't know.
advisory meeting.
So they're still-
feedback.
they're still
I received
interested.
this since I'm a board member. Never.
So we're getting closer.
Huh?
We're getting closer to having a sweep.
Okay.
Sure.
Wednesday, January 22nd at 6:30, Town Park. What's that?
Thanks for joining, Chad.
Okay. Okay.
Is that the one I was talking about?
Yeah. So it's Wednesday the 22nd.
Okay.
Chad's watching, so he sent a text.
Oh, hi,
That's what
Chad.
I said. Thanks for watching, Chad.
6:30.
That's what it says.
At Rossville
at the
Town Park. Ross, okay, good. Don't have to drive all over the county then.
Okay.
6:30.
Historically, I haven't gone to that. Okay. But they want you to go. Okay.
So we got a regular board meeting on the 14th. We've got a meeting with BF&S on the 21st.
Uh-huh.
And the next day we have an APC.
I've never been to that.
Yeah.
I've never gone.
January 22nd is that date.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Chad just
yeah.
sent me a text, or probably sent all of us a text.
Is that for the FNS one for community crossing?
Yeah, it's
internet?
basically just leave
So I
every.
took comp
Yeah.
time out there.
I saw that they got
here and one
Yeah.
down here.
Yeah.
Is it overtime?
The FNS also.
Yeah, just so there's like no mention of comp time.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okey doke. No one has anything else. I guess we'll.
And then if we need reference for, like, we decide next year to bring it back, we can always pull
Yeah.
up the existing salary for the language.
You guys ever want any history, you can call. I don't know that you ever will need that, but if you do.
Okay. You're the man then.
You gonna come and the second and fourth Tuesday of every month to play trivia with me? Drink one Angry Orchard and-
I don't know why you want me to show up. as bad
Dude,
as
you got
do.
like probably 7 or 8 answers right last time.
No.
Probably
Sounds
5.
Fun, Bob.
Maybe 4. There was only 10 questions.
Yeah.
Only 10 questions.
You just went from 7 to right to 4.
Maybe it was 4 or 5. I don't know. It was
Your
fine.
average is not getting better as we go on with this
They
conversation.
haven't got my wheelhouse for a long time.
Hit it one of these days. Okay, so the 22nd they're talking about doing the
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
So I'll be in touch with that. I haven't heard anything for like a week.
Hopefully the fire department doesn't
There's
decide to
3
have a meeting the
people.
same night,
Yeah.
like it did last time,
Yeah.
so.
Well, yeah.
Okey doke. Well, since no one has anything else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Or second?
I'll second that
Okay,
motion.
approve? Aye.
Aye,
I guess we're adjourned. Cool.
Woohoo.
All right.
for 2024.
Bye, Chad. Anybody else?
Oh my goodness.
Not billing you guys.
Oh, it's a freebie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks, Bob.
Merry Christmas from Bob.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
You
Appreciate
can,
it.
try to get yourself a big buffet dinner or something.
Hey, I'm sure that's legal.
Probably you'd be lucky to be able to buy yourself a cook.
Yeah.
You need your salad.
Thanks, Bob.
Good luck in your new endeavor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably a shorter drive for you.
Yeah. Dan?
Bob, yes.
Nice
Yes,
working with you
yes,
guys.
yes,
You
great,
guys- you
great.
guys
I'm
have
glad you
done,
stayed on, believe me.
You have learned rapidly and you